According to what the Father has communicated to us today, your actions of service and sacrifice have not gone unappreciated. Although they may have been disregarded and regarded as inconsequential by other people, I am able to see them very clearly. They do not serve no purpose. Put your worries about the outcomes and the outcome of success to the side, for I am the one who will arrange those. Your faithfulness and readiness to act are the keys that open the rewards that are included inside my plan, which unfolds in its own perfect timing. It is more important to concentrate on planting the seeds with dedication and obedience than on harvesting the crops. You will discover sustenance and nourishment in the dedication and steadfast trust that you have shown, respectively. Just like fertile soil, goodness is concealed under the surface, just waiting to be nurtured via cultivation. It is possible that the route you are walking would appear to be devoid of any immediate fruit. But always keep in mind that I am the root, bringing life to what appears to be a lifeless earth. You should allow your heart to transform into a valley of hope, where trenches of expectation contain the possibility of receiving riches. The avalanche of support that is about to be bestowed upon you will exceed even your most extreme expectations. I am not referring about some far-off promise that has been whispered in the wind. As a result of the fact that this is my now, it is also your now. Now is not the time to be sad, rather, it is the moment to be joyful. You are not susceptible to the uncertainties and discouragement that other people tend to give in to. Your unshakable trust will be demonstrated by the fact that you will be able to enjoy the very essence of what others consider to be impossible. Be glad, for the time you were mourning will soon be transformed into a time of joy. Abandon the weights that are causing you to feel helpless. As the fountain of your joy and the source of your power, I am here for you. Proceed into this new day with a renewed sense of purpose, mindful of the fact that every act of service and every step of obedience carries the weight of my promise. Your trip, despite the fact that it may appear to be difficult, will ultimately lead you to a destination that is brimming with blessings. You are not alone. While you are walking with me, allow the joy that this new season brings to fill your heart to the brim. Remember that my methods are not the same as your ways, and that my thoughts are not the same as your ideas. Have faith in the unfolding of the plan, knowing that even in the midst of what appears to be desert, I am preparing a harvest that is unlike anything you could possibly fathom. I encourage you to move on, my child, with a spirit that is open to receiving and a heart that is full of hope. It is now time for you to rejoice in this moment. For today, the Father declares that there will be a change in your life, a transition from a burden to a blessing. For far too long, you have accepted responsibilities that were never intended to be placed on your shoulders. In the same way that worn-out knapsacks make you feel heavy, they make it difficult for you to move around and dampen your mood. But let me make this perfectly clear, those responsibilities are not yours to carry. That is my property. What I am requesting of you is that you make a great relinquishing. I want you to place that circumstance, that individual, and that problem at my feet. Let go of them completely, at long last, and without considering the past. Managing or fixing them is not something that falls under your purview. What is the point of struggling under their weight when I can provide you with broad shoulders and limitless resistance? Place your worries on top of me. Allow them to become stones that are thrown against the mountain of my might. They are not going to be a burden on me because I am the source of both strength and comfort. If you want to enter the careless place, you should not do it through escapism but rather through the self-assured assurance that I am your caretaker. Carrying you, supporting you, and making your path easier is something that comes naturally to me. This is not a time-limited offer but rather an ongoing call to participate. My grace to bear burdens is not a gift that is fleeting but rather a stream that never stops pouring. I want you to come back to me whenever you feel the weight picking up again. Just let it go. Make a surrender. Don't just let me be your source of strength today, let me be your source of strength every day. This is the promise that I have made to you to yoke easy and burden light. It is not about living a life of ease, rather, it is about living with the proper person to shoulder your burdens. The key is to let go of the things that are weighing you down and to welcome the freedom that can be found in my care. Keep in mind that this is not an act of passivity. There is an intentional decision to let go, something that is a conscious choice that is involved. Believe me when I say that the reward is much more than the difficulty, even though it may involve guts and vulnerability on your part. As you make this surrender, you should anticipate experiencing a change. Even if the weight does not disappear immediately, the pressure will gradually decrease. You'll notice that you're walking higher, breathing more deeply, and seeing the world with a newfound sense of clarity. As you are lifted by the love and power of your Heavenly Father, you will feel the delight of living a life free of pressure and burdens. I am not simply sending you a personal letter, rather, I am making a declaration of my will for you. I hope that you won't be burdened by the worries of this world and that you will be able to walk freely. You are about to enter the blessing that I have prepared for you. Take my hand, let go of your burdens, and step into it. It is important to keep in mind that I am always by your side, guiding you to a new location within my spirit. Now is the time to go, and spend your life in the glow of my affection. In this day and age, the Father declares, I love you completely, 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 no matter what. It does not matter what is going on in you or around you. What matters is that I am consistent in who I am and what I do. Is it clear to you? I am unyielding in my love, and this is the reality that cannot be shaken. Always keep in mind that it is not a love that changes depending on the circumstances you are in or that wavers based on how faithful you are thought to be. Neither gradients nor levels of intensity can be found in the promises that I make. My love is a constant that does not change, an embrace that encompasses anything and everyone and has no limits. I do not consider myself to be a capricious deity that provides only fleeting glimpses of favor, reasons based on carrots and sticks, or manipulations. Today and every day from this point on, I will be there for you every step of the way. This is not a fleeting commitment but rather a pledge that will last forever. My pledge is not constrained by your uncertainties or worries. There is no limit to the amount of gifts that can be bestowed upon your life. It is a stream that never stops pouring and is always overflowing. To what extent are you able to comprehend the immensity of this all? You answer, yes, and you say, thank God, but you should be aware of the fact that the meter that betrays your truthful perception of the love that I have for you is the degree to which you love other people, even those who are unlovely, all the time, all the way, regardless of the circumstances. This is not a very small present that is distributed in a predetermined amount. It is an outpouring of my grace that is comprehensive and powerful, and it is intended to radically transform your life. I do not make decisions based on percentages, nor do I adhere to the fragile support system of human belief. The work that I do is exhaustive, relentless, and comprehensive. In every nook and cranny of your existence, I am constantly keeping an eye on you. I am aware of the challenges you are confronted with, the weight of your responsibilities, and the pervasive darkness that lurks inside the depths of your being, areas that you might be reluctant to accept, even to yourself. Rest assured that I am present. With the blood of my Son, I am standing by your side, using the cleansing power of the cross, and washing away any uncertainty or fear that you may have. You should not let discouragement impair your ability to see clearly. During this voyage, you are not traveling alone. The truth of my love, which is a love that intoxicates the soul with hope and assurance, brings you to a place of elevation. As I work ceaselessly in your life, I am repairing the brokenness, protecting you from harm, and directing you toward a future that is filled to the brim with my benefits. My love is not a feeling that is merely passive. It is a dynamic force that contributes to the formation of your life and drives you forward toward your destiny. Take it in your stride. Your fears will be replaced with steadfast confidence if you give it the opportunity to eradicate them. It is true that you are loved, that you are seen, and that you are safely cradled in the palm of my hand. This is the commitment that I make to you, both now and forever. Then, as you go about your day, do it with a spirit that is animated by my love and a heart that is overflowing with appreciation. Allow your life to serve as a demonstration of the transformative power of this love, and encourage the world around you to experience the warmth and light that it brings. Always keep in mind that I am here with you. In today's message, the Father instructs us to remove the cloud of differences from our eyes. I have separated the waters above from the waters below in order to purge your path of any influences that are contaminated or compromised. You are prepared at this moment. In the immediate context of your position, you are prepared to receive, ready to go into seed time, and ready to harvest. Your appeal for solace and clarity struck a chord with me because I am aware of the loads you carry, the weight of communities that are broken, and the voices that are attempting to control and label. It is important that you understand that you are not a number or an object that can be numbered and classed. Regardless of any worldly name or association, your value is unaffected by the fact that you are an individual and an essential component in my design. It is possible for men who have limited perspectives to strive to construct walls in order to establish hierarchies and divisions. But keep in mind that I destroyed those walls while I was on the cross. On my throne, there is no differentiation between males and females, and there is no grouping of people according to their beliefs or their origins. An attitude of division, as well as the labeling and categorization of my people, is something that I disapprove of. I despise those who use my name to brand and exploit humans, to make people into commodities or puppets in their games of power. I abhor those types of people. I declare that the time has come for you to regain your freedom. It is not possible for me to make a profit off of you because of my purpose. Because you are a one-of-a-kind manifestation of my love, anyone who attempts to take advantage of or manipulate you will be held accountable for their actions. Get out of the hypnotic whispers of separation and shake yourself free. Instead of being found in labels on earth, the truth can be found in the throne that is within you. I have taken up residence within you, not as a figure in the distance, but rather as a dynamic force that is moving toward my purpose and my kindness. This is a new day, a day in which my light shines through you, illuminating the path to harmony and understanding. This is a new day. It is essential that you play a role in this new day. You are not a wall, rather, you are called to be a bridge. It is better to seek reconciliation than separation. Instead of passing judgment, offer understanding. I want you to keep in mind that the unity I seek is not uniformity. It is a stunning tapestry that has been woven from a variety of threads, with each individual thread contributing its own distinct color and texture to the overall design. The way forward might not be simple. There are going to be voices that are going to resist you, voices that attempt to keep the old order of separation in place. However, keep in mind that you are not alone. I am here with you, providing you with support and directing your actions. Take pride in your personality and the gifts that are uniquely yours, and utilize them to construct bridges rather than walls. Allow your light to shine, not to pass judgment, but to shed light on the way to a people who are becoming more united. I am speaking to you today with this word. Proceed at this moment, and walk in the shadow of my love. In this new day, be a shining example of togetherness, a voice of reconciliation, and a living testimony to the purpose that I have for you. Always keep in mind that you are not a commodity. Despite the fact that you are my cherished child, your value is incalculable. As you move forward in that truth, you will discover genuine solace and a sense of purpose. I want you to ignore the troubles that are weighing you down and the fears that are clouding your mind, says the Father today. Instead of stepping on your toes, I am here to wash your feet and purify your spirit with the revitalizing water of my word. I am not come to step on yours. This is a word that will send you on a path of rebirth. It is a word that will set you on the path of truth and hope. From this day forward, I will anoint your head with the oil of gladness, which is not a transitory happiness but rather a profound and enduring joy that is founded in my presence. It is important that you keep this anointing with you as you go about your day. This fragrance is not for your personal advantage, rather, it is an outward manifestation of my spirit that is present inside you. Even though it may cause some people to flinch in fear because it challenges their darkness, others will be drawn to it like moths to a flame, looking for the light that you emit. Keep in mind that my spirit is not going to be contained within you. It pours outward, leaving its imprint on the people you come into contact with. Although it is a faint perfume, some people may believe that it is the aroma of life and a promise of hope, while others may mistakenly believe that it is a threat to their ways of doing things. There is no need to be concerned by their opposition because I will work in their lives, bringing them closer to me even when they are fighting against it. The fragrance of my spirit that you bring is not only pleasant, rather, it is exceptionally potent. This scent is a manifestation of the love that I bestow upon you, and it is a token of my favor. Although I love everyone, I take great pleasure in those who choose to walk with me and who have faith in the promises that I have made. You are one of them, and I show my favor by bestowing upon you favors that are exclusive to you, advantages that are specifically designed for your trip. For a period of time, you experienced feelings of isolation, burden, and a desire to give up. But take note of this: never give up. Because I am a powerful God who performs miracles, you should never give up your confidence in me. Your faith in me allows you to regain your strength. You will soar with the wings of eagles, rising above the obstacles that have been holding you back the entire time. As you climb, let go of the responsibilities that have been weighing you down and open yourself up to the liberation that my spirit has to offer. There is cause for celebration, for my yoke is light and my burden is simple. In order to transform you from the inside out, I have come not to enslave you but rather to liberate you. This new day marks the beginning of a fresh start. At that moment, you will enter a realm of rest, a place of richness that is beyond anything you could have imagined. Your place in me is one that I have created with love and purpose for you, and it is the place that is rightfully yours. Keep in mind that the anointing is not applicable only to today. Keep it close at hand at all times. A constant reminder of my presence in your life should serve as a beacon, therefore allow it to be that. Do not boast about it, rather, share it with the world by doing acts of love, generosity, and compassion by your actions. Be the aroma that entices others to come into the light, and know that I am here with you every step of the journey. Now is the time to take flight. there is a place for your wings. There is a profound resonance within me with your desire for encouragement and consolation, as the Father has communicated to me today. This is a manifestation of the innate connection that we have with one another, a connection that is founded on love and purpose. The embrace of your spiritual reality is where you will find true solace, therefore, you should not look somewhere else for comfort. There is an opportunity for you to experience closeness and fullness in a different way, and I am offering you a call to action. Your alabaster jar should not be filled with pleasant oil, rather, it should be filled with the actual offering of your heart before you. Be sure to pour it out, not on a figure that has been idealized, but rather on the world that is suffering around you, which is the tangible incarnation of my love. Be not hesitant in any way. Do you not have the ability to provide comfort to weary feet, to bandage wounds, and to bring light into places that have been filled with darkness? Not only should you see me in the heavenly realms, but also in the faces that are carved with despair and the hands that are reaching out for help. Every act of compassion and every single tear shed in empathy washes away not just their suffering, but it also purifies the very essence of who I am. In this quest, you should keep in mind that you are not alone. I extend my hand in response to your own. Your service will serve as a bridge, bringing you closer to the source of my love with each passing moment. This is not about making spectacular gestures, rather, it is about pouring out of your being in a steady and intentional manner. Allow the tears to fall freely, and allow your actions to speak more loudly than your words might. I have no doubt that your proposal will have an impact. In the same way that water purifies and revitalizes, the actions of love that you perform renew my spirit. These things become the oil that enables me to continue existing, the light that drives away the darkness. You are able to open a new degree of closeness and a more profound experience of my presence when you serve others. Additionally, when you serve me, you are serving me. The occurrence of this is not a one-time occurrence. Imagine that this is a continuing invitation, a continuous pouring out that transforms not only you but also the environment around you simultaneously. It is my pledge that I will catch you as you go down this path. This is not some far-off future, but rather the present moment. You will find that you have been transported to a place of grace that is exceedingly abundant, a fellowship that goes beyond the bounds of earthly existence. Always keep in mind, kid, that the source of genuine solace and encouragement is not in seeking, but in giving. Take advantage of this chance, go out into the world, and discover the transformational power that comes from serving me in the smallest of ways. You should also be aware of the following: while you wash my feet, I wash yours, and I cleanse you with the limitless love that flows from my heart forever. Therefore, go forth into the world and be the incarnation of my love in a world that is in dire need of it much. I am speaking to you today, the Father, and I want you to hear me clearly because my words are intended to purify and empower you. You come before me in search of encouragement and consolation, and I provide both of these things to you in the form of the unwavering reality of who I possess. A washing over you, a cleanse unlike any other, is what I declare to be happening today. The elimination of dirt is not limited to a simple dusting or a superficial cleaning. On the contrary, it is an immersion, a total submersion in the limitless oceans of my mercy. From this point forward, you will no longer be able to utter the word unclean, for the very words that I speak will cleanse you, words that will pierce your heart and spirit, leaving no trace of contamination behind. Forget about the solutions you might have looked for elsewhere, for they are nothing more than transient shadows in comparison to the light that I bring into your life. In addition to being the source of infinite rebirth, I am also the medicine, the washing and refreshing. Find me by yourself, and you will discover everything you require. There is more to my words than just purification. I grant you permission, a divine authority to undergo a transformation that will last forever. This is a transition from authority to authorization on your part. You are not bound by the obligations or regrets of the past. Step into the completeness of Christ, where I dwell within you, and allow me to take up residence in the heavenly places of your being. Therefore, walk out into the world and take pleasure in the gushing streams of my mercy. Allow yourself to be penetrated, submerged, and baptized by them. And when you emerge from this purification, permit a flood of the same mercy to pour outward, washing away the sin and shame of others who are in your immediate vicinity. Take on the role of a conduit for my love and a bearer of the freedom that I abundantly bestow upon you. Because this is the very essence of my heart, I want you to share it without any reservations or limitations, because it is infinite compassion that is pouring and is never ending. It is important to avoid becoming shy and reluctant. You have been selected specifically for this purpose, and you are an instrument of my grace. Permit my mercy to wash through you like a flood of cleaning that gives hope and healing to a world that is in dire need of it. Do not forget that this is not a one-time occurrence. It is important that you give yourself over to my washing, my cleansing, and my energizing presence on a daily basis. Every day, make the decision to be a channel through which my love flows and a ray of light in the face of gloom. I invite you to leave right now and walk in the entirety of who you are in me. You have been purified, you are liberated, and you are loved. Within that love, you possess the ability to bring about a change in the world.